Good morning everyone. Today we are doing apple crumble and custard, a good old-fashioned recipe, one that is full of nutrition, full of flavour and absolutely yummy. So what you need here is your oven on at 190, a half a cup of apple pie filling or one apple. I'm using the apple today. Teaspoon of sugar, quarter teaspoon of cinnamon, 15 grams of butter, 1 tablespoon of brown sugar, 2 tablespoons of self-raising flour, 1 tablespoon of rolled oats and 1 tablespoon of coconut. I'm going to use the apple instead of the apple pie filling. I'm using a Granny Smith apple. They're in season at the moment, very reasonable, very cheap, a great choice of apples in the shops at the moment. You can even pick them off your tree. So this one here is crispy, it's crunchy, it's ideal for baking, and they're actually really cheap in Woolworths at the moment. So the first thing I'm going to do is just peel the apple, take the skin off the apple, and with that, the easiest tool to use is your peeler. So just practice peeling the apple, get as much skin off as you can. And you can eat the skin, skin's good for you, but I'm not cooking with the skin on. And you can hear the crunch of the apple, how nice and fresh and crisp it is. And especially, this is a great recipe to use, especially at the minute when we've so many apples on our trees, they're in season, and apples are so good for you. They're full of nutrients, they're full of vitamins, and the old saying, an apple a day keeps the doctor away, is absolutely true, because it gives you all the nutrients you need. So once you've got your apple, chop it into 4. So you can see the seeds in there. So what I'm getting you to do is just cut very lightly down, just cut the seeds out. Seeds, if you cook it, it doesn't matter. Seeds are just harder to digest. And you're making this here for one person, because if you want to make more, just double the quantity. But I'm just teaching you how to make it for yourself if you're feeling like a snack rather than going to the biscuit tin. Then just cut your slices. Just cut it into small slices, and this here, so you're just going to put it into small slices, and then you're going to put it in a pot with 1 tablespoon of water and a tablespoon of castor sugar on low heat for 5 to 7 minutes. That's all you need to do it. So with my apples, I've just filled my ramekin dish. So you just need a dish about this size if you're just making it for one person. So on this ramekin dish, I'm going to sprinkle some cinnamon over my apple. This gives it the most delicious smell and aroma when it's cooking. And I'm going to put a tablespoon of castor sugar. So if your apples are sour a little bit, the castor sugar makes it, just sweetens it. So the next part I'm going to show you is the crumble. So you need your castor sugar, some coconut that you used from your scallywag biscuits, and self-raising flour, which you should have in the house, and some rolled oats. Again, you get these in Woolworths, they're on offer at the minute, and with rolled oats, we need them when we make flapjacks later on. So they are about $3 a box, and this is the one that I've gone for. So there's a few in the shelf, but Uncle Toby's oats are good. So what I'm going to do is I've measured out my ingredients. I'm going to put everything in my bowl together, and my little bit of butter, 15 grams of butter, I'm going to just cut it up in little pieces. So we need the butter hard for this recipe. So just cut the butter up into little pieces, because what you're going to do now is make a very crispy, crunchy topping. So with this, I'm going to do something what we call rubbing in. So you need your fingers and your thumb. So, you know, obviously you've washed them before you've started. And you're going to use only your fingers and your thumb, and we're rubbing in the butter. So we're rubbing in the butter gives it flavour, it gives it moisture, and the butter and the brown sugar together will give it the crunch for the apple crumble. So we're just rubbing this butter in. So we rub it in, and it will take a couple of minutes to rub it in, because we need to rub it in where we don't see any big lumps of butter. So now that you see all the butter is just about rubbed in, we've got this nice moist mixture. So just using your hands, I just want you to put the mixture over the top of your apple. You know, press it down with your fingers. And just get all the ingredients from the bowl. Press it down. So what you need to do now is this is ready for the oven. It'll go in at 190. Put it on a baking tray, because the beautiful apple will bubble and it might come up through your mixture a little bit, but that doesn't matter. So what we're wanting is this to go into the oven so this comes out nice and brown and crunchy. So the delicious apple crumble is now ready to eat. Crunchy topping. Absolutely, the smell is divine. Nice juicy apple. Or if you didn't want to share it, you could eat it straight out of the ramekin dish. You can serve it with custard, ice cream, cream. Enjoy.